everyone, this is Veronica with So It Seems, and welcome to my car. I am not in the studio today, but I wanted to be able to just touch base with you this week and share with you a project that I'm working on. I am currently at a horse ranch while my daughter does some work with some horses. And so this, I thought, would be a perfect opportunity to just share my current hand project that I am taking with me wherever I go. What I'm working on, and I will try to show you the best that I can. I am limited in how much space I can move back, but I have an embroidery project that I'm working on. First, let me show you. This actually came as part of a kit, and the kit is of the United States, and I got this kit from Walmart. It came with the pattern for the United States. It also has an enlarged pattern for each state. They're not true representations of the state size in comparison to each other. They're all about the same size. But I got this mostly because of the pattern for the United States. And I'll do a close-up. See, this is the pattern here. You can see these are the patterns of the rest of it. So those were the individual states, but I got it because of the United States here. The reason I wanted that is because in 2017, I had a bookcase quilt that started becoming a popular item for people to purchase on Etsy. And as each quilt was sold, I wanted to keep track of what state that quilt ended up going to. I started with a coloring sheet, which I don't have with me, but I started coloring in each state with just a color pencil. But I decided I wanted something a little bit more long-term, something that would make a really neat project, something that I could hang up on my wall, and it would be a little bit more decorative to look at than just a coloring sheet. So I've started off with this, and see how much I can show you. We'll come over here. Here we have the East Coast, and we're moving across the Midwest, then the mountain states, and then over to the West Coast. And right here is where I am right now. I am outlining Alaska. And as you can see, I've just done outline stitching on this so far. And then once I get the outline all done, what I wanted to do, my thought was in each of the states that instead of coloring like I am doing on my coloring sheet, filling that in with a different type of an embroidery stitch. And then different colors also. I have one embroidery book, and it's Rainbow of Stitches. I really like it. It's a really cute book, but it's more designed for line stitches. It shows more line, almost like a red work or that kind of thing, but it has some line stitches in here, just kind of different designs that you can trace and then just do back stitch like what I'm doing with the United States. It also has some, oops, I just passed it. It also shows some cross stitch, but that's basically the two kinds of stitches. It's just doing some back stitch or outlining or some cross stitches. That's not what I want to fill up my embroidery with. I would like to be able to have different kinds of stitches. Now I could look up different stitches online and Google things, and that's actually a really good source. YouTube is full of different types of stitches and showing how to do those stitches. I don't always need a video though. I've taught myself most of my handcrafts just from reading books or looking at tutorials. So I actually went to the library and found a couple of great books for embroidery. This one is different kinds of needlework. So, as it says, it's the complete photo guide to needlework. Just trying to get this open. So the table of contents here, you can see it's got embroidery, crewel, silk ribbon embroidery, bead embroidery, cross stitch, and needlepoint. I don't think I'm going to be using all those different types of needlework, but this is a great resource showing just the different information on the basics, and then going into different kinds of stitches and how to do them. And it's just chock full of stuff. Pages and pages and pages. So this one will be a good one to go through. And it talks about fabrics, and then it goes into the different kinds of embroidery and needlework. So that's a really great book. I'm excited to look through that one and find different stitches that I want to try in each of the states. Another book I found was this, A to Z Embroidery, Stitches 2. So there is a book 1, but that was currently checked out of the library. I have looked at that one before, but this one is just embroidery, and it has all different kinds of stitches. Let's see. Showing different ways of doing different kinds of stitches. Oops. So this book will be a really great resource for just trying all different kinds of designs and stitches within each state. Now, my idea is not that I want to completely cover a state so that there's nothing but white. There might be some where I do some kind of open lattice work design or something. My goal for this is just to practice my hand embroidery. I haven't done much other than just basic back stitch. That's what this stitch is. It's just a back stitch. I haven't done much other than back stitch and cross stitch. And cross stitch has been many years since I've actually done that. So I'd like to be able to just take the opportunity in each of the states to just fill it with a different color and get a little more precise and practice my hand stitching. So I'm excited to see how this will start to look after a while. Now, of course, right now I do not have 50 quilts in all 50 states. I think I might have 22 states that received a quilt of mine. But even if I don't end up filling the entire thing, I mean, this is an ongoing project. This can be something that I, from years from now can pick up and add more stitches. But even if I don't fill it all out, it will still be a nice way to just show a good image of two different things, my business and then just my stitching. And even if some of the squares just stay completely white forever, that's fine. That's just kind of how it will end up going. So this project will end up being a long-term project. I have no idea when the end date for that one will be. It is something that I just pick up here and there. I have so many other things that I tend to work on that I haven't put a whole lot of time into this one. I am going on a short road trip in a couple of weekends, so I'm planning on bringing that and probably a crochet project, something to do while I'm in the car, because I am a passenger on a 3-hour trip. But if it's anything like Gilligan's Island, I need to be prepared because I will not end up on an island with nothing to do. Always be prepared. All right. That's all that I have. It is a short video. It's just something just to check in with you and show you what I'm doing. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email at sewitseamscreations@outlook.com. And you can also comment down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and then you'll get a notice each time I upload a video, which I am striving to do every 2 weeks. This one is a little late, just by a couple of days, but I try to upload every other Monday. This has been Veronica Johnson from Sew It Seams, out in the wild. And just remember, keep stitching.